Hello everyone, this is Northwest Fish Keeping, and if you didn't tell by my two recent videos I posted within the past couple of weeks, I am back to uploading on YouTube again. So this is going to be a quick update video, or I'm just gonna try and keep it short. So if I'm kind of talking fast, that's why. In today's video, we're gonna go over 3 points. Where have I been? What projects are coming up? And what can you expect from the channel moving forward? So for the first part, where have I been? I've actually been taking a break from YouTube. I know I didn't really upload that often in the past, but with school starting up again and stuff, I just decided to take a little break. Well, not in summer, but I was kind of going around visiting family. Hence the Aquarium of the Pacific video. I actually went down to California with my family to see my cousins and some other family. So that was really nice. And while there, obviously I recorded the Aquarium of the Pacific video that I uploaded. And I also recently, about the beginning of August, I went to Mount Rushmore and Yellowstone National Park, which you can find on my Instagram. It was really nice there. And so that's the first part down. The second part is what projects are coming up. So the first thing I have to address really quick is this year the flashlight fish tank is not happening, unfortunately. Like in the flashlight fish setup video that I was talking about, like the design and everything, I'm actually not going to do a 75 gallon anymore. I'm actually going to a 100-gallon Innovative Marine EXT. The old aquarium I was going to go with was a 75 INT. And the differences between the INT and the EXT is the INTs have the overflow inside the tank. So it's more kind of a minimalistic design, but it takes away some of the swimming room and space in the tank. While the EXTs, the overflows are on the outside of the tank, on the back. So you have 100% swimming room and 100% space for the fish and aquascaping and stuff. So yeah, and that's also plus 25 gallons, so that is going to be really nice for the fish. Another thing, so obviously upgrading tank sizes means upgrading equipment, and everything is just kind of really expensive right now, so unfortunately not happening this year, but possibly next year. If not, then it's the beginning of 2022, which it seems like it's a long way away, but it is actually not as long as you would think. But what projects are coming up? So I already released the DIY rice fish pond redo that I did. That had a ton of support, which I would like to thank everyone for. And the Aquarium of the Pacific video, which also has a lot of support. So the next projects that are coming up are, well, one video is actually coming out pretty quickly after this update video, is the 5-gallon Nano Aquascape. The tank was in my mom's classroom, which I set up, but it was like a really bad setup, so it wasn't really that anything special, so I just took it home, obviously after the quarantine lockdown here. So and then I just redid everything, and it looks pretty nice. But I'll dive more into in the video. So the next projects that are coming up are, I actually have 3 lined up. The most recent one that is happening pretty soon, well, not pretty soon, but like towards the end of the year, is the 50-gallon saltwater tank. So I took that used to be a reef tank, and then we turned it into a fish only with live rock tank, and we ended up taking down because I thought I was going to sell it for another project, but I decided to keep it because I found out that you can, like, how do you get all the scratches out of the acrylic and make the tank brand new, and that's actually what I did with the tank now. So it looks really clean, in my opinion, and I'm really excited to get it set up. So I still need new rock and new live sand because I threw everything out, and then I need an RODI machine because in the past I just went to the LFS to pick up jugs of RODI water, and this will save me money and time. So It's gonna be a while until I get those things. I'm gonna wait till Black Friday to get them because I know Marine Depot and Bulk Reef Supply have some really good deals on Black Friday for like RODI machines and test kits, I believe. So I also want to pick up some Hanna checkers and a lot of some other stuff. I already have the tank stand and light, so from the old setup, and the heater, so that's really nice. So what are the plans for this tank, you may ask? It is going to be a macroalgae / NPS reef system. So I already have a really interesting aquascape in mind for the tank. I do need some epoxy, so that should give a kind of a clue. But so for macroalgae, I was thinking about the red grapevine, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, and the dragon's breath macroalgae. I also have some others in mind, but I have to kind of figure out the layout first. But so the other thing in the tank is going to be an NPS coral system. So I'm thinking about having Dendrophilia, sun corals, gorgonians, possibly a couple sponges, tunicates. What else is there? Oh yeah, feather dusters and possibly a Christmas tree worm walk. Those are pretty hard to find now. I believe Live Aquaria has been out of them for like at least a year the last time I checked. Well, I've been checking recently, but I haven't seen any in stock. But so obviously non-photosynthetic corals, which is what NPS stands for, need feedings about every day. Some corals can be fed so obviously NPS corals, which stands for non-photosynthetic corals, they don't get energy from the light. They don't get energy from the light because in the wild these corals are found pretty deep down under caves, under rock ledges and in caves, so they don't get to see much light. So you have to feed them about every day or so. Some of them can go on a few days without eating, but it's just to boost better growth. Excuse me. So obviously with all these nutrients coming in, the macroalgae absorbs all those nutrients and uses it to grow. And some of these macroalgae are actually really awesome looking. Like the red grapevine, it has little pink bubbles that grow on it, and the dragon's tongue, actually the tips of it glow fluorescent orange under blue light, so that's pretty epic. The second project that I'm hopefully doing soon is actually going to be what I was thinking about. I was super close to actually doing this first, but I just took the smarter route and am doing the 50 first because mostly the tank in this setup, also the animals, are pretty expensive. So the next project, or the second project that I am planning on doing, is a jellyfish tank. And obviously you might think, or the second project I'm thinking about doing, the second project I am planning on doing is a jellyfish tank. So you might be asking, wait, aren't jellyfish pretty venomous? You see stories on the news about people dying to stings, or hear stories of people getting stung and going to the hospital really bad. Yes, that is true, but a lot of the captive bred ones actually have a reduced sting, which I'm not sure how that happens in captivity, but a lot of the captive bred ones actually have less of a sting. For example, sea nettles apparently have a pretty weak sting in captivity, so that's pretty cool, but I'm not actually doing sea nettles. The jellyfish that I'm actually thinking about starting with are the spotted lagoon jellies. I actually have another jellyfish in mind that I was going to start with, but they're more for moderate jellyfish hobbyists. So these spotted lagoon jellies are really easy to take care of. They don't need that big of a tank. They are photosynthetic, so they do need light, but other than that, they're really pretty hardy and really easy for the beginner jellyfish hobbyists like myself to take care of. So the reason that I'm actually not doing it right now is because, for one, the tanks are pretty expensive. You can't just buy a jellyfish and throw it in a normal like reef tank or Fowler tank. You have to have a specialized system with a different equipment, for example, like a spray bar and a how do you say it, controllable pump. That's what, to control the flow. So obviously people modify these tanks or design them themselves. The tank I'm actually getting or planning on getting is a Omni 15 gallon aquarium. It is a modified Fluval Flex aquarium by Jellyfish Warehouse. They're really great for jellyfish tanks and jellyfish to buy, since they have a lot of varieties, and their customer service is also really well. I mean pretty good. And their customer service is also really good. So check them out if you're interested in keeping jellyfish. The third project obviously is the Flashlight Fish Aquarium, and like I said before, it is going to be a 100-gallon aquarium, about a 30 to 38 gallon sump. And I actually have a different design than what I said in the setup video I did a while ago. I believe I said that I was going to get black vinyl and just kind of black out the sides. I actually have a new way that I came up with that is going to cost less money and cost a lot less materials. I'm actually thinking about getting black cardboard that I can either get black cardboard or paint it black and tape it around to a little bigger than the dimensions of the aquarium, possibly the stand too. And during the daytime I can just put it over the tank so that none of the sunlight gets through, and when it turns night I can just easily slip it off, and voila, we have a tank full of blinking lights. Now that tank is also more than likely going to be a NPS reef as well, because these fish do inhabit reefs at night. And actually one fish that I am planning on getting for the 50-gallon aquarium is more than likely going to the 100-gallon aquarium. And the reason I say more than likely is because these fish have a huge reputation for jumping out of the aquariums, and the fish I'm talking about are the tilefish. The particular species I have in mind is the skunk tilefish, because they have some really interesting colors, and they're pretty they come at a pretty good price. Live Aquaria was selling large ones for about $90, and you might think that that's pretty insane to spend almost $100 on a fish, but these fish do come from deeper waters, so it's a justifiable price. And I'm pretty sure that these smaller ones cost around $70 or $60, so it's not that bad. But yeah, the reason I say like I said, the tilefish family have a really high reputation of jumping out of aquariums, and that's where a lot of the deaths come from. And I already have that figured out to stop the jumping, so that is going to be a pretty interesting fish. And the stocking actually gets even more insane for the 50, but I don't exactly know if I can get my hands on some of the fish, so that's why this is classified information for now. So on to topic number 3. What can you expect from my channel going forward? So I do have some new videos coming out really soon. Like I said, the 5-gallon scape is coming out pretty shortly after this one. But next year, I do want to try and invest into a DSLR camera. I've been looking at the Canon 90D. It looks pretty nice at a pretty reasonable price for how much DSLR cameras go. So I am most likely getting one of those. The reasons I am looking at that one is because the video shoots in 4K, so that's really awesome. And I believe it has a low light mode, so you can film in darker environments, which actually leads me to my next point on why I am planning on getting this camera. So Monterey Bay Aquarium has announced their release date for their new deep sea gallery, which is opening in 2022. They didn't give a like specific date, but they gave the year, which is really awesome. So I actually got the news back in last year of August, but in the members magazine, but they only made the announcement recently, If you go to their Instagram and click on the link, it'll send you to their website where you can click on the button that says dive deeper into our new exhibit, and it'll take you to an article that goes behind the scenes and of the exhibit. And it's a really good article. Some of the stuff I didn't even know, like I never knew they had a snailfish behind the scenes, which is actually really insane because snailfish come from the Twilight Zone, which is like the deepest part of the ocean. So that's really awesome. Maybe his name is OG. He's a I believe a toad snailfish. I hope OG will be on display, but you can actually see some of the layout images that they have for the new exhibit, like some of the tank designs and possibly animals they want to have on display, which is also really epic. And this is going to be the world's first, how do you say it, like full-scale deep sea exhibition. Other aquariums, I mean a lot of other aquariums have housed specific like different deep sea animals, but kind of by themselves. Like a lot of aquariums have flashlight fish. Some of them have brought in deep sea like starfish and crabs. I believe the first aquarium that actually thank you, car, that actually housed animals from the Mariana Trench, I believe, was in France, in this box aquarium they called the Abyss box. I believe it had some deep sea shrimp and crabs. And apparently Monterey Bay Aquarium also had a deep sea exhibit kind of like this one back in 1999 called Mysteries of the Deep, that had different deep sea like sharks and fish and starfish. I didn't know that because obviously I wasn't born in 1999, but this is really exciting because obviously only a few people ever go down to the deep sea. You have to take specialized equipment, specialized submarines, and it is really awesome that places like the Monterey Bay Aquarium are actually opening the public's eyes to the other inhabitants that we share our planet with. So the reason I want to get a DSLR camera is obviously to film this exhibit. I want to get a really high quality video, kind of like a cinematic thing of it, but also just like taking pictures and filming, and I think it's really cool. And if you've noticed in my past two videos, if you've heard different music, it's actually because I have signed up for the free trial of Epidemic Sound, which is actually ending pretty soon. But from now on, I believe I will be purchasing a license from them, so it'll have a lot more music options, which adds to the video. And I'm actually getting better at filming and taking pictures, so yeah, expect a lot more high quality stuff coming from me soon. And yeah, if you would like to see these projects in the future, or you just like any of my other content, make sure to subscribe. The feedback I've been getting lately is really amazing, and thank you to everyone watching. And this is Northwest Fish Keeping signing out. I'll see you in the next one.